Well, I really did not expect this to be a thing in Brazil, but it is. It's been the most surprising thing about our time here so far. So yes, I am a digital nomad, and this is all about week 16 of my pregnancy. I am showing you what I'm going through in my business, in my life, as I go through this lifestyle change in a way that's a little bit less conventional than what you're normally used to. My name is Melissa Rodriguez. I own a marketing agency, and this is my journey. If you are intrigued as to all by this path, then go ahead and click subscribe below. I would love to have you join me. So in last week's video, I mentioned booking a million things, flights, hotels, all of the things for the upcoming months of my pregnancy or trips and things. This week, I actually have a special guest joining me. We are showing you our favorite secret spot in Barra de Lagoa, Florianopolis. And as we do that, we're telling you all about our plans. Okay, so we're at a buffet, and one thing that surprised me about Brazil so far is their obsession with buffets. Like seriously, I feel like every second restaurant is some sort of buffet. Most of these aren't actually all you can eat buffets. They charge you by the weight of your food. So you get a plate, you get whatever you want on your plate, and then they will weigh the plate and charge you depending on how much food you've served yourself.
Melissa, could you please tell me what are you eating?
Okay, what am I eating? I'm counting macros. So what I did just now, if you saw me not go in order, I weighed my rice, I weighed my protein, and then I added the vegetables, and I took a mental note of the weight at each interval. That way I know how much I'm eating of rice and how much I'm eating of protein, and I actually have some control over this. So I got brown rice, I got grilled fish, and then I got some vegetables, so some spinach, I think this is like chopped pepper, carrots and zucchini, and the whole thing weighs 400 grams. What about you? What did you get?
Okay, I got some meat, I got some rice, I got some this potato salad, and this other two kinds of salads. That I'm not like tracking my macros, but I'm trying to be, reasonable, normal food.
How do you say buen provecho in Portugués?
Bom almoço.
Bom
They
almoço.
say like,
Good lunch.
Good lunch.
Okay.
So they say that like, hey, good lunch. Bom almoço.
Bom almoço.
Bom almoço.
Bom almoço. I think I said it in last week's video. You have to dance and smile when you speak Portuguese, otherwise you're not doing it. So I was hoping we could tell my audience, my lovely viewers, who are of course all subscribed, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe below. Our plans, we made a lot of plans last week. We did a lot of life admin. We're here in Barra de Lagoa for another 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then we are heading to Sao Paulo. We're getting on a cruise on the 21st of April. And crazy thing is, it's cheaper for us to get a 2-week cruise to Spain than it is to fly. Once you factor in the cost of rent and the cost, like the rent we won't be paying, and also the cost of food we won't be paying for because the cruise is all inclusive, and the cost of the flight that we would have paid for anyway. So absolute no-brainer. We're getting a cruise that lasts a couple stops in Brazil, stops in the Canary Islands as well, stops in Morocco, and then ends in Vigo in Spain 2 weeks later. So we're really excited for that, and that cruise actually leaves from the port town that is right next to Sao Paulo. So we decided to go to Sao Paulo a few days before because we've never been, and just like get to know the city.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. Like many things to do.
Bigger city, more food options, museums. Yeah, just getting to know a new place. So that's gonna be fun before a cruise. Then we're going to Luxembourg for a weekend. Do you want to tell them why?
I'm gonna run a half marathon. It's a half marathon at night. I'm training. I'm very, very excited. I know it's gonna be a challenge.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to Luxembourg. We're
My
gonna
first
stay
time
with
in
my
Luxembourg.
brother.
I've got to be so.
One of my brothers lives there with his wife and 2 kids, so that's gonna be fun. They're all gonna run, except the kids, so I'll stay with the kids. And I think that's the plan. Okay, so then we're going to Portugal. We're gonna be in Porto for like 5 days, I think.
Exactly.
And then about 10 days in Lisbon. And then we're going to Valencia to see my mom. And then we haven't booked these flights yet, but we're going to Greece in June to see my cousin and a Coldplay concert, so it's gonna be great. I'm gonna be like, what, 28 weeks pregnant by then?
I'm
gonna be very pregnant.
Gonna be very
pregnant. June, and this is what I really wanted to tell you. This is the most exciting thing. So we open up Airbnb to find somewhere to live in Tenerife because we had decided that's where we're gonna go live for a little bit and have the baby there. And the first property that comes up when I do the search, the dates, the very first picture is like almost identical to the one that I have on my vision board for when I want to live, right? And the price for this place was just so affordable, so reasonable that it was a no-brainer. We said, okay, it feels like, you know how some negotiations feel like a lose-lose or a lose-win or a win-lose? This really feels like a win-win. Like, we're happy, he's happy, the property is beautiful, we're gonna show pictures here, and yeah.
It's amazing. I'm really excited.
We also rented a car because we're staying in this town that's like fairly far away from things. That's also a consideration as we're talking about birth options. I'm really interested in a home birth, but this is like 35 minutes from the nearest hospital, and when you have a home birth, it's recommended that you are close by just in case. Next step is to get a midwife, someone who we trust and who's gonna help us make decisions there.
We're talking to a few midwives that live there in Tenerife. I think we're gonna find someone who's gonna be great for us.
Yay, trips!
Trips?
Trips! Right, so we are paying 62, did you say 62?
62.
62 reais, which divided by 5 is approximately $12.
Yep, $12.
$12, 2 plates of food, 1 Coke Zero to share. It's pretty good. It's like $6 per person
$6
for a proper meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's great. Very good.
Yeah, especially when you don't have time to cook. This good option. It's like a 5-minute walk from the house.
And healthy.
5, 10.
Yeah. Relatively.
It's as healthy as you want to make it.
Yeah, you're responsible.
You're responsible. That was lunch with us in Brazil. Week 16 actually started with our 4-year dating anniversary. Now we have 3 anniversaries and we celebrate them all. We really do, because why not? Life is worth celebrating, love is worth celebrating. And this is our 4-year dating anniversary. So 4 years since Jose officially asked me to be his girlfriend. I can't believe it's already been 4 years, and also at the same time, I can't believe it's only been 4 years. I feel like it's been my entire life. So yeah, to celebrate, we went on a hike here in Barra de Lagoa. It was a much harder hike than we thought it would be, but we ended up at this beautiful beach. It was a fantastic experience. And then afterwards, we actually tried to go to a sushi restaurant that we were really excited about. I was gonna eat only cooked sushi, of course, but it was closed. So we ended up going somewhere else and then going to the ice cream buffet. Now, this week in my business, my main priority has been getting to the core of the workflow with a new client. We have a very important new client, not exactly a new client, but a new contract with a client that we've worked with in the past. And we're working with them in a way that we're not working with any other clients. Now, it's really fun, it's really challenging, and there have been meetings between me and my team, me with their teams, us with their team, and it's been just so interesting and fascinating. I love that that's been our priority because I've actually massively been enjoying it. And the more we meet, the more we work on it, the more confident I am that not only are we getting to the right workflow for this team, but also that we're getting to the core of something that can even be offered to other companies. So I'm really excited about that. Also, this week, I took the time to write out all of my concerns about maternity leave. So I sent my management team, I was just transparent with them and just said, hey, this is the maternity leave that I want to take. I've decided I want to take 6 months. So from around the 10th of July until the 10th of January next year, that is what I would like to take for maternity leave. And I said, these are all the obstacles I see. These are all the challenges I see. Can we work on this together? And I absolutely loved their reaction. Every day I get more and more confident that they are ready and able to take over whilst I'm on maternity leave. And I love not only the reaction to this message, but also just the way that they've been handling a situation that we had with one of our team members. One of our team members had a sudden death in her family. It was very sad and also shook up a lot of her processes. And also, as you can imagine, when you go through something like that, then you might wobble your decisions, not really know what you want to do. And we had a particular situation with this team member. I brought it to the management team of, hi, like what do you think we should do here? And I think in the past I would have just made those decisions myself and communicated, hey, this is what we're gonna do. And this time I really wanted to make the conscious effort of, hey, let's bring it to the team. And we had a management meeting, and I remember very purposely not taking the lead and not talking, only asking certain questions. Oh, light's gone off. Swing into the lights. Okay, I remember trying not to lead the conversation, but just seeing how they would take it. And I was so impressed, and I felt like the team is in safe hands with the management team we have. So that makes me really happy and also just really excited about what's going on in my business. In other news, we're also moving things over to Slack. So I'm going to be working on that in the next week. You'll see more about that in next week's video. If you're curious about that transition, then make sure that you click subscribe. Otherwise, week 16 was fairly ordinary. Lots of gym sessions, hanging out with my husband, beach walks. It was pretty standard. 16 weeks, 5 days pregnant. This is my bump. This is my bump. I am feeling leaner than I was last week. My belly feels bigger, but I feel leaner just because I've been eating better, actually sticking to my macros and doing my workouts and stuff. So yay, thank you, Coach Carrie and Maria. Love you. I got a new skirt. I really like my new skirt. I feel like this is gonna last. It's stretchy, so it should last me all the way through pregnancy. I'm really happy with it. I feel like all my clothes I haven't been feeling good in my clothes, you know? So it feels nice to get something that feels good, and I feel like it makes me look a bit more pregnant rather than just like I've gained weight. So yay, bump. Thank you so much for spending this time with me this week. Make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for next week's videos. I will be updating you what's going on with my pregnancy. We are going to the doctors, so we will be seeing the baby. We haven't seen the baby in a while, so I am so excited for that. Make sure you subscribe to see our reactions. And yeah, in the meantime, make sure that you are following your dreams. That is all I want to do with this series. I want to inspire you to challenge maybe what's conventional in a way, whether that's if you want to be a parent and you don't want to do things in the way that everyone tells you that you have to do things, then this is just an example of that so that you can do your own version of it. In the meantime, take care of yourself. Ciao. Bye.